Welcome back to The Explainer. Now today, we're not just doing some standard history lesson. We are diving headfirst into an absolute internet mystery. I'm talking about a cinematic, almost ghost story about a guy who haunts the very foundation of the internet. I mean, think about it. A person who has practically vanished for 2 decades, yet his digital footprint, it literally echoes across the globe every single second of every day. This is the unbelievable story of the man who sparked a revolution and then just completely disappeared.
So where exactly is the me at the zoo guy? If you spend, any amount of time online, you've almost certainly stumbled across this specific super low-res video. It's just a young guy standing in front of some elephants, awkwardly talking about their trunks. And it's an absolute anomaly. We're talking about a channel with a single, nearly 20-year-old video that somehow still absolutely dominates the internet. It really makes you wonder, who is he? Why hasn't he uploaded anything else? And seriously, where is he hiding now?
Okay, let's dive into this, because the numbers here are absolutely staggering. Over 350 million views, 17 million likes, 10 million comments, and get this, over 5 million subscribers. All of that from one single 19-second upload titled Me at the Zoo. In today's creator economy, people will hustle for literally years just to get a fraction of those metrics. But this one random video just has this incredible gravity that nothing else can match.
Well, here is the massive reveal. That boy in the video? That's Jawed Karim. He isn't just some random creator who got super lucky with the algorithm one day. Jawed Karim is literally the co-founder of YouTube. Alongside Chad Hurley and Steve Chen, Jawed is one of the foundational pillars of the entire digital creator economy. Yet while we're constantly talking about tech titans, names like Zuckerberg, Jobs, or Musk, Jawed's name is basically never spoken. Despite being a co-founder, the guy has 0 new uploads, no interviews, no public appearances, and absolutely 0 social media presence.
Section 1. From dating site to YouTube. To understand why he completely vanished, we really need to transition back to where it all began. Let's flash back to the origin story.
The story actually kicks off at another massive tech giant. Jawed, Chad, and Steve were all just everyday employees working at PayPal. That's where they met, bonded, and honestly, they spent way more time brainstorming wild new ideas than they did their standard office work. The real spark of genius, though, happened right after a random party. Steve Chen had recorded a video of the event, but realized there was absolutely no easy way to share it online. None. It was a glaring hole in the market. Right then and there, they realized the internet desperately needed a seamless video sharing platform.
And this right here brilliantly illustrates just how wildly unpredictable innovation can be. On Valentine's Day in 2005, the trio actually launched the platform. But, wait for it, they launched it as a video dating site called TuneIn Hookups. Yeah, you heard that right. The idea was that users would upload videos to find romantic partners. The result? Total, absolute failure. Literally nobody uploaded a single video. Realizing the dating angle was a total bust, they made a genius pivot to just a general video sharing platform. And boom, that pivot became the YouTube that changed the entire world. Let's move to and see how this builds, because the timeline of their success is just lightning fast. They registered the youtube.com domain on February 14, 2005. Just 2 short months later, on April 24th, Jawed uploaded Me at the Zoo, the first ever video to hit the platform. The growth after that was so insane, so incredibly rapid, that less than 2 years later in 2006, the tech giant Google recognized the absolute revolution taking place.
Section 2. The billion-dollar Google buyout. This brings us to a moment of truly epic scale, a turning point that forever altered internet history. I really want you to feel the sheer weight of this number, $1.65 billion. Google swooped in and bought YouTube. In an instant, these 3 former PayPal employees, who, remember, just wanted a way to share a goofy party video, became unfathomably wealthy overnight. It's crazy to even think about. But you might be wondering, is that the end of the story? No, not even close.
So, following that massive Google takeover in 2006, the paths of the 3 founders drastically split. Chad Hurley stepped up and became the CEO. Steve Chen took on the role of Chief Technology Officer. But Jawed, well, in a move that completely shocked the industry, Jawed resigned from the company within a year of its creation. He just completely walked away, disappearing into the shadows of the tech world and leaving his partners to run the empire.
Section 3. The Great 2013 Rebellion. See, Jawed remained completely silent for years, until an incident occurred that shook the entire online community.
Fast forward to 2013, and Google decided to make a massive, sweeping change to YouTube's comment section. They suddenly mandated that users had to link a Google Plus account just to leave a comment on a YouTube video. And as you can probably imagine, this sparked immense frustration. Users absolutely hated being forced into a new social network that they didn't even want to use. The platform was in a total uproar. And then, out of nowhere, a sleeping giant awoke.
After 8 long years of complete silence, Jawed Karim logged back into his account. And he didn't put out some formal press statement or anything. Instead, he just quietly updated the description of his iconic Me at the Zoo video to this exact quote: "Why the F do I need a Google Plus account to comment on a video?" It was, without a doubt, a cinematic mic drop moment.
So, the crucial point here is that this single sentence, coming from the platform's original architect, carried incredible weight. The entire YouTube community rallied instantly behind Jawed. The backlash against Google's policy became so severe, so completely overwhelming, that 2 years later, Google was actually forced to revert the system entirely. Jawed proved that even operating from the shadows, his influence was undeniably massive. Section 4. Where are they now? Which naturally leads us to our present-day investigation. Where exactly did these tech titans vanish to after literally shaping the modern internet?
Now, there is an incredible irony to their post-YouTube careers. Let's break this down a bit. Steve Chen, the technical mastermind, left Google around 2011 to launch AVOS Systems. It failed. Today, he's a silent startup investor with basically zero public presence. Chad Hurley, the former CEO, left in 2010 to launch a video editing startup called Mixbit. That also failed. He now works entirely in the background as an investor in sports and startups. And our guy, Jawed Karim? Well, he runs an investment firm called Y Ventures and remains completely 100% off the grid. It's fascinating. All 3 of them tried to catch lightning in a bottle twice, failed, and then deliberately retreated into the background.
Take a moment to really process the gravity of this. The entire vision of YouTube as a video sharing platform originally came from Jawed. He built the ultimate stage, a platform where billions of people across the globe fight every day to have their voices heard, to become famous, to just be seen. Yet the architect of that very stage chooses to remain entirely voiceless. It's a brilliant, deliberate, and honestly, almost poetic choice.
Section 5. A world without YouTube. To truly grasp the gravity of what these 3 silent investors created, let's just imagine a world where they never succeeded.
Imagine if they hadn't pivoted from that failed dating site. What if YouTube simply never existed? Ask yourself, what would have happened to massive figures like MrBeast or PewDiePie, or any of the thousands of creators whose entire livelihoods rely on this infrastructure? Would the content creation industry even look remotely the same today? Sure, maybe another platform might have eventually emerged, but it would have taken years longer. A revolution of this magnitude is not something that's easily replicated.
And I want to leave you with this final, truly amazing thought experiment to end today's explainer. Imagine one day, Jawed's kids are complaining to him about the generation gap. They tell him, "Dad, you just don't get it. You don't understand YouTube. People make whole careers on there now." And he just looks at them and calmly replies that he essentially built the school they are attending, that he created the very digital universe they live in. I mean, come on, that is the ultimate flex. The silent legacy of Jawed Karim proves that true power isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's about building the room itself. But it leaves us with one haunting question. As our digital universe continues to evolve at a breakneck pace, who are the silent, unseen architects building our tomorrow right now? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.